How's she going, my son? And welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. Recently updated. There's a new class. The last one they're adding, the Antiquarian. It was dubbed the Merchant in development. The Antiquarian is a class that, to be honest, in a fight is completely shit. Anything they can do, another class can do much, much better in a fight. However, the Antiquarian's best abilities are not in combat, but in fact, the acquisition of more loot. They literally find loot that you don't find otherwise unless your party has an Antiquarian in it that stack really well and make more money. You can hold more money per pile, because you remember how it's 1,500? She makes it 2,000. Excuse me. And she has a camp skill that can just make a trinket out of nowhere. It's insane. I love it. I wish I had one on this file. Another thing they added is the ability to level up your roster, or level up your stagecoach, so that the people that you get aren't always level 0. It's somewhat random, you still get level 0s, but if you have ranks in these here, the experienced recruits ability, you start getting people, I've seen them as high as level 3, which is handy for the late game, where if you lose somebody, it means you'd have to grind out a level 0 all the way to level 6 again just to get another try at the Darkest Dungeon. And another one of the biggest changes they added, heirloom trading. You don't quite get the value of an heirloom like the actual equivalency. You know, you lose a bit in the exchange, but, I mean, if you've got a glut of one and you don't need it, you can trade for one you need a lot of. Deeds. But, you know, evens it out. Ah, crap, I didn't mean to do that. Well, at least I can show you. Because, as you can see, I got it was 2 busts for 3 crests, but going back with the 3 crests, it's only worth 1 bust. I'm not used to the UI. I'm not used to the UI. Anyway, last time Mr. Exclair snapped, unfortunately, so he's having some downtime for a while. Actually, the Highwayman is something else that got improved vastly. The Highwayman, for one thing, Wicked Slice now has a positive damage modifier on it instead of just being a naked move, which is amazing. And Duelist Advance got something really interesting. He has the ability to riposte, like the Man-at-Arms. Only unlike the Man-at-Arms, he's a class that's actually meant to deal damage. So his ripostes hit really hard. And it's amazing. Like, I was screwing around in my New Game Plus file, surprisingly. And I had my team was literally just a healer type, like just whatever I could find, because I was rotating a lot on that game, and 3 Highwaymen. And the party would just turn into a porcupine. Everyone would Duelist Advance, they'd all have the riposte activating, and whenever the enemy attacked 3/4 of the time, they got stabbed in the face. It was beautiful. I kind of hope I can recreate it on the channel here. But did we have another Highwayman? No, we did not. Now, I have a name list here, so let's see if we can outfit a few heroes. Right. Oh yeah, and the rosters got bigger too. Like, each tier of the upgrades got bigger. So, you know, I actually have some extra room now, which is great. Okay, now we had another Highwayman, or Houndmaster. Houndmaster's still really good. Actually, yeah, this is really good. Cove right away. So, Dogman.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battles and bloodshed.
Wrong button. Kiba. Let's see. There's an Arbalist. We don't have an Arbalist. Tempted to get another Occultist, too. Ugh. That's really good, though. Oh yeah, Arbalist, this skill got improved. Because this used to be, it had 2 different heals, but they could both fail. So you could do the skill and it could do nothing. For 3 camping points. That's ridiculously bad. Now, it's always 35% healing, always remove target bleeding, and 50% chance of even more healing. So, you know, it's a lot better that way. Consistency, you know? This game has enough RNG to throw at you. It doesn't need to throw more at you. Anyway, don't know if I'll take that occultist. Yeah. Alright, I'll take the arbalist just because I need an arbalist.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
And I am going to use the name of my buddy's druid in World of Warcraft, who is also the sister of his shaman, who is Nakawa. Nassie. Alright. Man, unfortunately Mr. X is down for the count for a while. I wanted to do some double Highwayman shenanigans. Actually, another big change in the update, one I'm very glad they did. You may notice that none of the areas are specifically tied to specific heirlooms anymore. AKA, you don't have to run the wheel 6,000 times in order to get all the deeds you need for the friggin' blacksmith. You know, now you actually get different things in different locations. Now, this week is showing up as all of them are showing the same thing as they usually used to do. But, you know, like, you could get deeds in the ruins, you could get deeds in the cove, like, the rewards are different. Like I said, I've been screwing around with this update in my own time, on my own files, and, bleh. It's been a little bit since I've recorded, can you tell? So I've lost a bit of the, improvisational speech I've been able to do. Kind of fell off the wagon in terms of sleep schedule and all that. I do that sometimes. But, yeah, like I said, I screwed around in my own time with this, and the areas all have different rewards at, like, all times. Like, even the same area, once it has multiple things you can get, will have different rewards, so it's pretty good. Okay, so take out the level 0s, because the level 0s need to do some work. I need to take you out. Monica. Like that. Means I can't use that, but that skill's kind of crap anyway. I mean, it's not too bad when you fully level it and it gives 7 per use instead of only 3, or whatever it is at the other levels, but it doesn't always work. This is the thing that bugs me. It's like the worst skill he has. I don't like it. All the other abilities are amazing on the Houndmaster. I just don't like Cry Havoc. It's kind of bad. And this one... I mean, this is cool because it's unique. Literally no class in the game can do what this does, except for the Arbalist. But I never have room for it, because for me it's always like Sniper Shot, the Mark, Blind Fire, because she can't hit the front otherwise, and Bandage, because it's a heal. You know, it's always how I do it. So we need a frontliner of some kind. I could throw Knack to the blender again, but I think I'll leave him alone this week. That's a little persnickety, because most of this party doesn't move. Yeah, one of the reasons why the, like, 3 Highwaymen worked really well when I was playing with them is because they were all Highwaymen. They all move around. Aussie? Double Houndman? Double Dogman? Yeah, we'll go Double Dogman. Double Dogman, that'll do. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do a Ruins. We'll do a Ruins. We'll do a Ruins. Aussie's in the front, right? Yeah, Aussie's the one in the front. Doesn't need much else. Kiba needs something, needs that. Because screw... Oh no, that was Aussie. Damn. Oh well. Okay, Pneumatica. Yeah, we're going to the Ruins. Incision is... Well, Incision is just kind of bad anyway. The only good thing about it is it's the only skill the Plague Doctor has that does her full base, like, direct damage. But that's not the point of the Plague Doctor. You know, it's like, you know, people make that argument to me are madmen. That's not the point. And you need your heal and your mark. Spending a bit of cash, but that's okay. That's alright. I want to toy with this a little bit. It could be useful. You are in the front, so you can't use that one, so switch. Yeah, because the Dogman... I keep calling him the Dogman because Sleep Cycles. A streamer slash YouTuber I watch, that's what he calls his, because he's Scottish and he's amusing. But, yeah, the Houndmaster in the front can only use these 4 skills. Just period. The other ones don't work in slot 1. And for you, switch out that, because Cry Havoc is poop. Alright. Going to the ruins. Right, we don't have dick for trinkets. Yeah. Okay. That's about all I can do. I forget that this is really early still, this file. Okay, these aren't relevant. God, all these things I don't want to take. Let me get a dark run. Tis a gamble, but it's one I'm willing to make. Yeah. Okay. Dark run it is. Hopefully you're not getting my computer in the computer hum in the recording. If you are, I apologize.
Of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
But shouldn't be a problem. A friend of mine was talking to me about how to fix that if I started recording with Audacity. But I hadn't got around to that yet. I'm used to OBS. Okay, so... Damn it. Get stunned. There we go. Setting up for the Arbalist. Ugh, wasn't worth it. Should have just done damage. Also, I didn't snuff the torch. Damn it. So out of sync. It's a little harder to keep all the little minutiae of this game in check when you're also trying to do rolling commentary. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. You know what? You start guarding. Since they can only hit the front 2 anyway. Ugh. And then we can focus all of our healing on the one guy actually taking damage. Oh man, are you kidding me? A lot of people say the Houndmaster is overpowered, and they cite the dog biscuits as one of the reasons why. But I'm like, you have 2 of them per Houndmaster. That isn't broken. That's fairly balanced, actually. And that push is really bad. Because, as you can see, I can do dick all in this position. I can't even do that because I'm being guarded by somebody else. Well, that's unfortunate. For around a little speed, I guess. Yeah.
Press this advantage. Give them no
A little preemptive medicine. Okay, so she's dead? Question mark? Yes. Okay. Okay, you start guarding instead, then. Aha! Dodge tank for the win.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Ah, one thing they fixed. Blind fire used to not give you the buff if you missed. Now it does. So that's pretty cool. Because that's a skill I like on the Herbalist. There we go.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And this is how slowly I play this particular kind of build. Because Double Houndmaster, you kind of sacrifice a lot of actual direct damage rate for
May indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
you sacrifice a lot of damage in the party overall for safety because the Houndmasters don't get hit. Now, it doesn't really work as well at this low level, so I'm going to kind of mitigate some damage by, you know, fighting with the Houndmasters instead of just tanking with them. But, you know, it should still work.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
Here.
otherworldly corruption.
Compensate for your quirk. Maggots. And I see that Shambler Shrine and I ain't gonna touch it. And I can't, I don't have a torch. Again, this is a situation where the incision would actually be handy. Mobs that are too small to really care about the blight. Oh well. Maybe I'll start running like both the plague skills and the incision.
Back to the pit.
Just a thought. Also, they added some of the barks that the narrator does that were missing.
Executed with impunity.
I don't know if I can trigger some of them with this group. Ah. But he does some good ones if you do, like, ridiculous overkill.
Another one falls.
I don't think that's one of them, but that one's cool anyway.
This expedition at least promises success.
Touch it to break it so I don't screw around with it later. Oh man, how cruel is it to find a Shambler Shrine, get to it, be all ready and juiced up to do it, but then like one of your character's quirks goes off and they accidentally break it on you. It's one of the reasons why my...
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Well, it's one of the reasons why on my, like, you know, slow play file where I, you know, took my sweet time to beat the game, I removed every quirk that made your characters do stuff like that. I'm keeping them on the channel file unless it's something like Kleptomaniac, obviously.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Blah, what was this thing? Oh yeah, the
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Can I get a word in edgewise, Wayne? That'd be great. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, I'm leaving them on in the channel playthrough, other than obviously Kleptomania and such, because that one's really bad. Mostly for the funny. It gives them character, right? Even if it is detrimental to gameplay. Nah. Fuck. That's bad. Okay, time to Scooby Snack. Rawr. There you go. Yeah. Crap. That could be bad. You know what? Stun one of mine, I'll stun one of yours. Ugh, Nessie can't heal herself in that position. So, and she can't move forward because she's an arbalist. She's like, forward? What the hell is that? I only kite people. Damn it. Man. Wait, does she have fear of beasts? Overtake attack him. -5. Oh, wait, what? What caused that? Was that from the spit? Oh, it is from the spit. Oh. Geez, they must have just added that. I don't remember it doing that. Kind of makes sense, though. Giant spider spits a face full of goop in your eyes. Can't see anything.
Their formation is
Get rid of the spitter.
maintain the offensive.
Get rid of the spitter before they start harassing the poor mnemonica. Ah. Yeah.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
I wouldn't call it an abomination, man. It's just a very big spider. Chill out. Eh.
A death by inches.
Okay. So let's explore 90% of rooms. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've done 6 of them, so we need to do 6 more. That adds up, right? Yeah. Yes, because there'd be 2 rooms left, and that's usually how it ends up. Alright. Oh, I forgot the chest, guys. Jeez.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Yeah, I don't need that. The whole heirlooms aren't tied to specific areas anymore thing is really really kind of throws your head a little bit in how you usually loot them. Because what I always used to do with you know, the build before this,
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I honestly think in this beta build, they might have Wayne June's barks turned on a little too frequently. That's just my opinion. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, well, I'm gonna safety strats here. Just in case. Eh, could have been relevant. I mean, if this was 2 webbers and a spitter, that could still be pretty bad. Eh. Damn it. Stupid early game, low chance of stuff actually working. Yeah. Stop chewing on mnemonica. Chew on you. Alright.
Destroy them.
Now she's gonna have to go in full healbot mode, unfortunately. Because the Arbalest heals take time to work. They can work pretty well, though. When you actually have healing trinkets and stuff, you can actually get them to crit for like 15. And it's pretty consistent, too, unlike, say, getting a 15 crit.
As the enemy crumbles.
Getting a 15 crit with a Vestal, or an Occultist, you know, because the Occultist heal is completely random. Can be completely random in the best way possible. Could also
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
could also be a negative heal, effectively by giving you a dot instead of and 0 healing. You know, that's how that works. Okay, there's an extra trap. Not that big of a deal, though. Will I risk the 10% less chance of it going off for more stress relief? Yes. Aha! Success. This is a camp, too. Or this is a medium mission with a camp, so I've actually got a bit more stress relief in me after all. Whoop. Nope. Alright. Nice and easy. I gotta say, even though the Highwayman is kind of my jam lately just because of the buffs it got, I still love the Houndmaster. Houndmaster's still a very good class. Although I find a lot of people I've watched use it as a DPS class. I don't think that's doing it justice. I think because it's one of the only 2 classes in the game that can tank, for starters. So it's, you know, it's a shame that it's not being used for that.
Reward for a task well performed.
Wayne, I just poured water into an urn. You know, you're overshooting it. You're overselling it a little bit there. All right. Something like that? Yeah.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Wayne, it's 2 food, 150 gold, and a painting. The painting might be worth a lot, we're not sure. But, I wouldn't call that a fortune. Unless you were hungry, I guess. Wham! Oh! Ozzy, no! Ow. And this is why I wish I had battlefield medicine right now. Because that is going to be a very long bleed. Oh, for fuck's sakes, really? Oh no, Ozzy! No, I gotta do some damage. I can't have like half the party not doing any damage and Ozzy not doing a lot from the front. Excuse me, sorry. The stress is giving me gas. Okay, so she's gonna die. Ah, right.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
You're not gonna get a turn. Alright. Please dodge. Okay, at least he took his turn already. Because there's nothing worse than losing a character to a dot. As in, they don't even get their turn, they just drop dead. That's always the worst. Dot you up. Speaking of. You know what? I can start guarding you now, I think. Would be wise. Since you're gonna die on your next turn, which hasn't even come up yet, and I can stun you, so you don't even get a turn. Just keep spamming the heal. Spam the tanking, spam the healing. Hopefully the game doesn't call me on scumming the fight, but I mean I kinda have to. So call me all you want, game. Ah, can't staunch the flow. Oh yeah. Okay, no calling me on the scumming yet. Good, good. Oh! God, it's like the worst thing that could have happened. We're already trying to triage one of them. Oh well. He has the self-heal from the Houndmaster, though, so we're in better shape if he's taking damage anyway. Okay. Also, we found some food.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I don't know what it is, but, like, I feel like if your group doesn't have a Vestal in it, you find more food. It's like the game's compensating for the fact that you don't have a proper healer. Or I don't know, maybe they've added food and supply items to drops more frequently, because that's something else I've noticed in the patch, or the update, or whatever you want to call it. It's currently only in a beta. You actually don't get it if you just automatically update your darkest dungeon. You have to actually opt into a beta for it, and you can't revert due to the way this game constantly autosaves and all that. Ah, something in my eye. But I've noticed in this... I'm just going to call it a patch. It's the easiest way to refer to it. I've noticed that in this patch... finding supply items, particularly food, in your loot is a lot more common. With or without the antiquarian. So, yeah, it's interesting. This should be the last room we need to deal with. Ugh, thankfully, because there's 2 fights in the next 2 rooms. Or no. I think I have to get to this room, don't I? Oh, balls. This is going to be interesting. Well, I got a string quartet up my arse. Oh, Lord in heaven. This is going to suck. We gotta do a little targeted removal here. Nah. Ooh, nice dodge. Nice dodge. Oh god, no, please. Please stop, plop. Ah, crud. That's alright, I'll just use her turns to scoot back. Because the Houndmasters can do what they do in almost any position anyway. Which is kind of awesome. Confirm kill. Alright. Stop you, because you're going to do a lot of damage. Oh god, is Pneumatica going to snap? Oh my god, 1 point off! Ah, so close. So close. Okay. This is the part where you run away. Please no crit. Okay, I can take regular damage, that's fine. Okay, I'm just going to scoot you forward one, so Pneumatica's out of range of the nonsense. Do a little healing. Plague some people. I'm starting to think I might start packing the Incision. Because I'm used to running, like, you basically take the Arbalist out, run another Plague Doctor for the Cove, this setup. And, it's pretty good. Since the Cove is pretty blight weak, the Plague Doctors just kind of have a field day with it, and the Houndmasters just keep them from dying. It's pretty good. I think he's gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna die. Okay. Gonna mark him. Can't really tank this guy, like I can't prevent all of his possible targets, because he's got the stupid reach with the sword. I don't know how he does it. Then again, some of the player characters can reach pretty far with their weapons, so... quid pro quo and all that. Oh my god! Oh crud, Pneumatica's gonna snap. Or maybe not. Oh wow. Awesome. Okay. Timely heroic trigger is always good. Okay.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Man, June, you can never let me have one, can you? Okay, well, we've got... I'm almost like 100% sure you can't get more than one hunger check in a hallway. Like, you know, don't quote me on that. So what I'm going to do is when we camp, I'm going to burn all the food I can to undo some of the damage we've had from all this nonsense. Yeah, you get this. Alright.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Okay. Hound's Watch, do not need an ambush. We've got some healing to throw around. I think it'd be better to use this one. Because that costs 4, first of all. It won't fully heal him, I don't think, but it'll also heal the other two, so yeah. Shut your traps, let me tend to those wounds. Gonna pet the dog a few times. Do I need scouting? Not really. We're almost done in here anyway. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just pet the dog a bunch. The Houndmaster has some of the freaking cutest camping skills, and I love it.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
That contains loot, which I should have snuffed the torch before I opened.
Darkness holds much
Damn it.
worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
Yeah, the reason they added that feature was because people would be doing dark runs and longer missions, and they'd be like, oh man, I gotta burn off the torch from the camp again now. Okay, this isn't too bad. Especially since we just camped. I know I can't bleed the skeletons, but I was just trying to do some chip damage to the bone courtiers. Or just kill them outright, that works too. Alright, well, problem solved. See, that's always the one problem I have when I run Plague Doctors in a comp that isn't, like, Plague Doctor focused. They feel superfluous. Unless they're there... Oh, nice. Unless they're there to be the support to the other characters. Like, they can't be a dot class while there are direct damage classes in a party because it just doesn't mesh well. You know, in a direct damage party, it's better to just directly murder things. Whereas if you have, you know, like I said before, double Houndmaster, double Plague Doctor, you know, your focus on damage is the Plague Doctors, and it works really well together. Because, like, Plague Doctors just stack fantastically. Now, obviously, you're only going to really want 2 in a party, maybe 3, because they're really squishy. You know. And you're going to want someone to guard them or do proper healing.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
And a lot of heirlooms. Not complaining, especially since they're all a couple of different things. Ozzy, go check that out. Alright. More money. Are we going to leave? Yeah, we're going to leave. No secret room. Out we go.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Yeah, I think that's the game's way of telling me I should start using Incision. I'll give it a shot. Incision would be really good if you could still stack trinkets and use 2 of these. But they removed that after a while because people would obviously stack, like, double legendary bracers or whatever. You know, the really good endgame stuff, and just kind of break the game. Oh, Mnemonica's resilient. Very good. Massey is obsessed with cleanliness. I don't know if that's accurate. Ruins Explorer, though, that's pretty good. I always love it when you get a positive quirk that actually makes sense.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Okay, so we've unlocked the Survivalist and the Nomad Wagon, which we can actually see another patch change.
Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
So these are way the hell cheaper to upgrade, so they're a lot easier to use early game.
At home in wild places,
Oh yeah, that's way
she is
cheaper.
a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
Okay, I'm going to do some of the little town minutiae between episodes. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Twitter, Tumblr, and subscription are in the description as usual. Darkest Dungeon, the coming in hot beta, as they called it. You know, we don't have the antiquarian yet. I'd love to have one. They are so good for making money. I mean, that's all they do, really, because they are not good in a fight at all, and I love it. You know, it's a class that isn't a battle-hardened combatant, but is still incredibly useful. But you gotta have to carry her, because she is squishy and vulnerable. I think she even has less hit points than the Jester, who until she came out, had the least hit points. So, you know, she's very squishy. You know, it's it's a trade-off for her really good non-combat potential, and I like that. Because that's always a problem I find with RPG games, because it like a lot of focus is on the combat, and I mean that makes sense. Combat is like it's the biggest and most obvious obstacle any gamer will fight in almost any game ever. But it's cool to have characters that deal with the non-combat obstacles too, particularly in a game where you have where it's like Darkest Dungeon, where you have multiple classes and you make different team comps and stuff. Because then you can be like, how much do I want to leverage my DPS against this awesome utility? That sort of thing. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and ciao for now.